What's up, YouTube? Got another Jeep in the shop. Let's take a look and see what we're going to do to it. All right, guys, got this JL, and it's a two-door. It's all stock as far as suspension and everything wise right now. We're actually going to be doing a customer supplied lift kit, wheels and tires on this Jeep. Of course, being a two-door, it's short wheelbase, and we're adding a 3.5-inch kit, and we'll go over that kit now. All right, guys, customer supplied. He went with the Core 4x4 lower control arms. He got those in yellow, kind of match the highlighter yellow of the Jeep a little bit. It's BDS springs. I got a 3.5-inch BDS spring kit. BDS shocks. I got some of the hardware and brackets from the JKS sway bar disconnects and sway bar links for the rear. It's got the forged, not a forged, but it's got an aftermarket adjustable track bar. And again, this is all customer supplied. He's even got a set of Wilwood brake lines, which usually the JL platform brake lines are so long you don't need to do extended. So we're going to see if these will work, and if they will, we'll put those on, and if not, we'll just adjust the stocks to give plenty of travel. All right, first step, we're going to put it up in the air and get it stripped, pull all the suspension out of it, and then we'll update there. All right, guys, got the old suspension all stripped out. We'll take a look at that now. All right, guys, the new kit comes with new control arms, which we'll pull those control arms out one at a time and swap those out so the axle's still supported. It'll come with a new track bar, comes with new sway bar links, springs, and shocks for the front. And then for the rear part of the kit, it gets a track bar relocation bracket that relocates the track bar down. It gets new control arms, upper and lower for the rear, and it also gets springs and shocks with sway bar links. So we've got the old lift totally stripped out, got it all stripped down, ready to start building back, and we'll give you some updates when we get the control arms on. All right, guys, we put on these Wilwood stainless steel braided brake line kit. They are a bit on the universal side. It just comes with fittings to convert, from your brake line from the Jeep over to like an AN fitting for the brake line. So certainly they don't fit in the factory brake line retainers, and it comes with a MPT fitting that screws into the brake caliper where the AN fitting conversions over to it. So we got the front and rear brake lines on. They are going to have a lot more flex than the stock brake lines. Both of those on there, plenty of room for droop and flexing. On the back, we actually had to modify the caliper a little bit. You can see this little ear right here we had to cut off because the rear fitting is a 90 degree, and as you're trying to tighten it, it actually hit that little ear. So we cut that little ear off. We've got the rears on, got everything all zip tied up tight with the wheel speed sensor, so it shouldn't be an issue. So, all right, we'll go on to the next step with the control arms. All right, guys, we've got the Core 4x4 control arms in, uppers and lowers, front and rear. Not extremely pleased with the fitment. Some of the front ones at the correct length had to be fully collapsed, and I even had to cut a little bit off of the end of the control arm to get the correct measurement. But I've got everything set up, got the pinion angle set, at least the pre-setting of the pinion angles. Once we put it on the ground and put weight on it, we'll be able to dial it in and see if there's any adjustments that need to be made. But let's take a look at these control arms. All right, guys, got the BDS springs in, the JKS sway bar disconnects, got the adjustable front track bar, uses a like an OE style adjuster. Same type system for the adjustment to center the axle. Got the bump stops in with the springs, got everything torqued and tightened, got all the grease points on the control arms greased, front and rear, the rear springs, rear shocks, rear bump stops, got everything in, got the BDS shocks, rear track bar bracket relocation that raises the track bar. So we're going to lower it down. We're going to bleed the brakes since we put those new Wilwood braided brake lines on, and then we're going to put the wheels and tires on it, and we'll take a look. All right, guys, we got it back together and on the floor on its new wheels and tires. Let's take a look. There it is, Jeep JK 3.5-inch BDS springs, BDS shocks, core 4x4 control arms, JKS sway bar disconnects, Wilwood brake lines. Got a set of Rocks Tricks wheels that were supplied by the customer, as well as some Gladiator X-Comp tires and a 35 12 50 17. The customer supplied us with wheel spacers as well, but with the offset of the wheel being a -12 and the stance, I don't think it should have them. I'm not an advocate of putting aftermarket wheels on with wheel spacers, so I think it looks great. I think it's going to ride good. We're fixing to send it down to the alignment shop and have it ready for pickup. As always, guys, we appreciate you watching. Make sure to like, comment, and share, and check us out every day on Richter's Off-Road Performance on our Facebook page. Thanks.